Talk 1470, WWNN Pompano Beach, Boca Raton, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
AM 1470, WNN, with more of what you need to know. Start your day with the Steve Kane Show, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. on South Florida's Health and Wealth Network, AM 1470, WNN.
This is Talk 1470.
Talk 1470.
WNN.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous.
You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
I was visiting my 75-year-old aunt the other day when her phone rang.
Hello? It's you again.
She seemed nervous.
Well, I don't think I need any more life insurance.
The caller was doing a great job keeping my aunt on the line.
Okay, so you need my credit card number?
My aunt went to get her purse, so I decided that I would ask a few questions. Well, as soon as I introduced myself, the caller hung up.
McGruff, the crime dog here. Recognizing the signs of fraud can be difficult for older people. Often they're very trusting and consider it impolite to hang up. The National Crime Prevention Council wants to educate seniors so that these scams can be reported to local law enforcement agencies.
Financial fraud can include identity theft, fake check and wire transfer scams, investment and credit card fraud, and online charitable solicitations. Unfortunately, only 1 in 5 of these crimes are reported. To learn more, go to ncpc.org/seniors. That's ncpc.org/seniors. A message from the National Crime Prevention Council and the U.S. Department of Justice.
So you take the mouse and click over there, and then you can choose someone you want to call.
My niece. I click here?
Uh-huh.
This is Louisa. Recently, she got help going online to chat with her family back home.
Okay, so then you want to hit that green button.
This is her first time on the internet and her first time seeing her niece in 5 years. Louisa doesn't know what to expect.
Louisa? Oh my gosh, there she is. This is amazing.
It's so good to see you. You look so pretty.
But this is definitely way beyond.
Oh my gosh.
See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. That's 1-855-387-9166.
Oh, I've missed you.
Oh, me too.
Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
Lupus. It's one of the cruelest, most mysterious diseases on Earth. Lupus strikes without warning, can ravage any part of the body, and has no known cause and no known cure. Its health effects range from a skin rash to a heart attack. Lupus is an unpredictable and misunderstood disease that's difficult to diagnose, hard to live with, and a challenge to treat. Help us solve the cruel mystery. We're the Lupus Foundation of America, the only national force devoted to solving the mystery of lupus. We lead the fight to improve the quality of life for all people affected by this devastating disease. To learn more about lupus and how we can help those who suffer from its brutal impact, visit us online at lupus.org or call the Lupus Foundation of America at 1-800-558-0121. That's 1-800-558-0121.
Being there matters. And your United States Navy protects and defends America on the world's oceans. Around the globe, around the clock, Navy ships, submarines, aircraft, and, most importantly, tens of thousands of America's finest young men and women are ready to defend America when piracy threatens global commerce, when disaster strikes, or when called upon by the Commander-in-Chief. Your Navy is there. When it comes to protecting and defending America, being there matters. and America's Navy is already there.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to the Golf and Travel Show, the place to fine-tune your swing, dress for the course, club, or cruise, and get tips on the best places to play and stay at the right price. Vacation or staycation, host Dan Schub, along with his expert co-hosts and guests, will tell you where to go. To play golf and vacation, that is. Now, here's Dan.
And welcome to the Golf and Travel Show. I'm your host, Dan Schub, and tonight, like we always do at this time, we're going to talk some golf, we're going to talk some travel, and like we always do, it's a good show tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. We've got some wonderful guests that we're going to be talking to in just a couple of minutes. We're going to kick it off with a good friend of mine, somebody who is one of my favorite PR people to work with, Karen Cantor. She's actually the marketing and PR manager for PGA National Resort up in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, actually across the street from my office. So I do get to hang out there every once in a while. And, of course, it's the home of the Honda Classic, which these days it's the best event on tour all year minus the majors, one of the fastest and most growing events. And they've done a lot of work over there at PGA National to make that place just real spiffy. Also, The Big Break is premiering on Monday on the Golf Channel, and it's The Big Break Palm Beaches, and it will be taking place at PGA National as well, so that's very exciting. And then a little bit later in the show, another golf course that's got quite a pedigree, going to be the home of the PGA Championship this year. I believe in 2020, the Ryder Cup will be played there. So that's pretty good stuff. And that would be Whistling Straits up in Kohler, Wisconsin. And we will be talking to the director of golf, PGA guy up there, Dirk Willis. And he's going to tell us a little bit about this beautiful resort. They've got another golf course up there as well, Black Wolf Run. And a great place to vacation. And what's really cool is not only do they host these highfalutin affairs, but you can stay there, you could play there. So not always can you do that. A lot of the courses are very private that host these events. So we'll find out how you can get there and play just like the pros do. Of course, we'll also have the golf tip of the week in a second or two, and I may have a couple of my Dan's deals on travel for you as well. But what I always like to do at this time is introduce you to my co-host, that guy with that wonderful swing, and that would be none other than, I love that swing, my co-host, Jess Frank. And he's a PGA teaching professional, the owner of the Jess Frank Golf Academy at Boca Dunes Golf and Country Club right here in Boca Raton. Jess specializes in on-course instruction with V1 video analysis. He believes that every lesson in swing is different. Jess likes to focus on the scoring part of your game, those short shots that are taught on the golf course, which instills plenty of confidence. Some of you may know him from his work at area country clubs such as St. Andrews, Boca Lago, and Broken Sound. Jess loves to teach and has a passion for the game because golf can be challenging, but Jess makes it easy for you to learn and excel. And how are you today?
I'm excellent, Dan. Good evening to you, and good evening to all of our wonderful listeners out there and across the country and across the world, but especially here in sunny South Florida. It was a gorgeous day, and all day out there on the lesson tee, it was very special, and I don't take it for granted.
And I surprised you. I came by today.
Yes, we had the
dress for the golf course.
That's right. You're definitely not dressed for the golf course.
Like Bobby Jones
dressed. Yeah. But no, and that's what's great about Boca Dunes. You can have a wonderful event there, such as the Bernays luncheon. And
it was wonderful.
Yeah, and you can play 18 holes or practice your game. So it's a really it's a wonderful place to go and frequent.
If it wasn't for the fact that I was on the clock for my day job, now that you mention it, it would have been a really smart idea. Instead of just hanging around all day and trying to do work, maybe I should have gotten 9 or 18 holes in.
Yeah, I mean, what were you thinking?
I don't know.
Come on, Jesus, right there. there.
I'm losing my
just
mind.
Changed and used the locker room, and
It's that New Year's resolution. I'm breaking it already. I said I'm going to play a little more golf, and here's a perfect opportunity, and I just didn't even think of it.
We didn't put our heads together on that one, but next time, that's all right.
I was dejected because I didn't win any Bernays awards, so I was moping.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Well, you were doing the company thing,
I did get to present one, though, so that was quite an honor.
There you go.
And the winners, it's a formidable cast of winners.
Oh yeah.
The competition is really tough at the Bernays down here. There's some wonderful marketing and PR professionals.
Yes, there are.
They were duly rewarded.
Yes, they should be. They work hard and they promote their clients and they do a good job, and so they deserve the accolades.
And for people in the PR profession, why would they go any place but Boca Dunes? Because they're smart enough to know all the places that are cool around town. And
that's right. That's right.
That's
why not promote the great place like that and have a great food, great luncheon, and Tracy and Aaron do a wonderful job there, and along with their food and beverage people. So it's really a neat place, and I'm glad you were there, and I was there. I popped in and said hello, and there was in between some lessons, but definitely a great day for working on your game. So
it surely was.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that how many lessons did you have today? It was
I
a beautiful day.
I had 8 lessons today, so
okay.
it was fun.
It was a fruitful day for you and for your students.
It was great, and I love it. It's just so much fun, and to help people hit the ball and to get rid of the myths. And one of the things that we were talking myths.
It's like myths.
Yeah, myths.
Mythological studies.
Exactly.
I thought it was golf instruction.
Yeah, well, basically what it's so funny. You get these. I get a lot of students who come and tell me what their friends tell them or their spouses tell them. And one of the things, like we were talking before, I had this gentleman who came to the lesson tonight, and he goes, my friends tell me I swing too fast, and that's why I'm not hitting the ball well. And I'm like, well, how far do you?
My inner being is telling me I'm swinging too slow, so I'll take some of that extra speed.
Exactly. And I'm like, well, how far do you hit the ball? He's like, well, I've been losing a lot of distance lately. I think I'm hitting my driver about 180. I said, well, considering that if you want to hit the ball farther, you probably want to swing faster, but swing faster correctly. And your friends aren't telling you, that you're swinging faster incorrectly. It's the fact that you're off balance or your club isn't coming in from the correct direction. I said, but guys like Bubba Watson and the long drivers who are swinging the club at 130 to 150 miles an hour and hitting the ball 450 yards, if you tell them to swing slower, that's going to make them hit it shorter.
Yeah, they want to swing even faster than they are too. So.
Exactly. And I said, if we tell you to swing slower, all you're going to do is hit it more crooked, just shorter.
Yeah, I was just watching Bubba driving the green on the par 4. So he's got plenty of speed.
Oh, it's pretty impressive. And they look effortless because they use the correct sequencing. And that's what it's really all about, is that you get so many people who try to hit the ball from the top of their swing down instead of working the opposite, is that you want to lead with your lower body, and the last thing to come through is the club head. And that's why these guys on the tour play so well, because of their sequencing. It works. Their downswing actually works from the ground up. It works from your feet, kind of shifting, your hips moving, then your back kind of moving through the ball, and then from there your arms coming down, and then the club head coming down, and that's where all the momentum and power can be transferred into the ball. And so this gentleman tonight, instead of him swinging slower, we actually had him swing faster in a correct, better way, and he ended up getting about 25 yards more on his driver, which was, he was shocked, and he went from slicing the ball to hooking. So
your lesson's guaranteed to give 25 more yards on drives, right?
Yeah, well,
just like the club's guarantee, right?
Yes, I guarantee that 100% that you'll hit the ball a lot better. But
if you listen,
if you listen. But he was just so confused because he didn't really understand what he's doing. He's been a slicer his entire life, and he's been losing yards more and more, and so I said, well, there's a certain way you have to swing the club to produce a draw. And I said, you're doing everything correct except this one thing. So we worked on it a little bit, and the next thing you know, he starts hitting the ball right to left with a little draw, and And, he's a happy camper, and so we went, and then we worked on his putting and got his putting better. So it was a great lesson, and it was a really fun day. And, it was just par for the course. Life is good. And
Another
we'll see.
success story.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, there you go. There's the free tip for the day, and hopefully everybody can benefit from it. Speed is good, but you got to do it right.
Correct.
All right, well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and we are going to come back with my friend Karen Cantor, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on at PGA National Resort and Spa, the Honda Classic, the big break, just some wonderful things that are going on over there. So you won't want to miss it, so stay tuned for more of the Golf and Travel Show. We'll be right back. And we are back, and it's time for a message from one of our favorite sponsors, I'd have to say, and
Absolutely.
One of yours as well.
I was there all day today.
And me too.
And you too, actually. So it was a double bonus. Winner in the home of the Jess Frank Golf Academy, where we fix slices and turn people into hookers. But the Boca Dunes Golf and Country Club offers a classic South Florida golfing experience featuring 18 holes of championship golf and a fun-filled 9-hole executive course. And I'll tell you what, getting on that 9-hole executive course with a beginner golfer or somebody who's trying to work on their game is a huge advantage because we can work from their putting back to their chipping into their pitching, and it's amazing how quickly their game improves. And the par 72 18-hole championship course is the perfect layout for all golfing abilities, with the distance exceeding 7,000 yards from the back tees. But again, I encourage people to tee it forward and play a tee that they can enjoy and have a good time and not try to kill the ball. The course is framed by colorful landscapes unique to beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. The 9-hole executive course, again, features a fun par 72 layout and measures 1,627 yards exactly from the back tees. The perfect course to practice your short games or go for it with a quick round in the morning, lunch break, or after work. In fact, my friend John McClaskey does that every Saturday and Sunday morning, and he loves it. Both courses opened in 1970, a time when courses were constructed without limitations and subdivisions, and roads did not determine the design. So if you're looking for an excellent place to host a party like the Bernays Awards luncheon today with the Gold Coast PR Council, or have a great round of golf, or practice your game on a lighted driving range open till 10 o'clock at night, then Boca Dunes is the place you should go, and you can reach them at 561-451-1600. So if you want to make a tee time for tomorrow or this week coming up, its number again is 561-451-1600, or look them up on their website at bocadunes.com. That's bocadunes.com.
And we are back, and it's not a little Honda, it's a big Honda.
Yeah, big one.
And it's just gotten crazy. And to find out a little bit more about the Honda Classic, about the big break, about all the wonderful things that have been going on at PGA National Resort and Spa, my good friend, the head of marketing, PR, she does it all over there. If it wasn't for her, they'd be out of business. And that's none other than Karen Cantor. Karen, are you with us?
Yes, I'm right here. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. I know it's been very, very busy. It's a busy time of year for you, and wonderful things are happening at PGA National Resort and Spa, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, there's always something exciting going on at PGA National Resort and Spa.
Well, why don't we start chronologically, though, because I know that in the next few days you've really got some excitement going on, and I believe you've got all sorts of festivities for the premiere of The Big Break on the Golf Channel?
Oh, yes, that's right. On Monday night, it's going to be the season premiere of Big Break. It's in its 23rd season, and it was actually filmed right here at PGA National Resort and Spa this year.
How did you guys manage to get that? Obviously, it's tremendous publicity. Millions of people will be watching, and I can only imagine it's not so simple. What is it that it takes that is it lobbying? Is it certain things about your property that you have to have available? How were you so fortunate to get this?
Well, I know they wanted to come to the Florida area, and I know that there were a lot of people, a lot of different resorts would have liked for them to come to their property, but we actually lobbied for them to come. It was a bidding process. You had to have a lot of availability for rooms and put up all the players and the crew. There was a lot of red tape involved. So luckily for us, in conjunction with Discover the Palm Beaches and Visit Florida, the series was showcased at PGA National, and all 11 episodes take place there. And finally, we're excited for Monday, February 2nd, for the season premiere.
Now, I'm just guessing, but this has already taken place, has it? They've already filmed it?
Yeah, it's been quite some time, actually.
So is it true that you know who won, or you had to be sign an affidavit and be sworn to secrecy?
Well, yes, there's lots of confidentiality involved. In fact, it took place, filming took place in September, and we weren't allowed to say a word until mid-December. So
wow,
it's been a lot of secrecy, and we had to swear that we would never tell.
Well, it's a good thing that you're so trustworthy. So I don't know.
Exactly.
I'd have a hard time with that, but it's very exciting. I could assume that there must be a tremendous buzz amongst just the employees alone. Obviously, the public is now going to start to get in on it, but it must be very exciting for all the people there to know that you're going to be featured on such a prominent show.
Oh, yes, and it really is a great way to showcase the property in general.
Well, and I'm not that you guys need another way to showcase the property, because let's face it, the Honda Classic has just gotten huge, right?
Yes, very huge. Every year it gets bigger and bigger.
I mean, and I have heard many people, I'm not just making this up, but I've heard many people say that they believe that it is the best event on the tour other than perhaps some of the majors.
Well, that's great to hear.
That's a special place up there, too. The renovations and the golf course and the clubhouse. I mean, it's really just a special place to be at.
Well, yeah, let's talk a little bit about that then as well, because obviously the Honda Classic, while they're doing a great job with the stuff that they have to do, I'm sure that a lot of the things that you guys had to do to contribute to the success were extremely important as well. So the past several years, a lot has gone on there in relation to the property, outdoors and indoors. So why don't you explain a little bit about some of those renovations that had to take place, A, for you to be a prominent tour stop, and B, for you to just continue to attract people who want to come and play golf and stay there?
Okay, definitely. Well, basically, back in 2008, new owners came in and acquired the property, and ever since they've just poured a lot of money into the property to really overhaul it from top to bottom. In fact, there's been over $100 million worth of revitalization in the property, from everything from the entire resort pool area was basically gutted and replaced with a gorgeous zero entry level, like, tropical oasis. The whole lobby was redone with what's called iBar, which is a really happening bar resort lobby area. We have a new steak and seafood restaurant called Ironwood Steak and Seafood. It's similar to a Morton's or a Ruth's Chris type of environment. And we even have more renovations on the horizon this summer as well, in store, including a complete redo of the Health and Racket Club and a really nice renewal of the spa as well.
Now, the spa, I guess their biggest claim to fame has always been what they call the waters of the world. Why don't you explain a little bit about what that is?
Well, the Waters of the World is a collection of mineral pools. Basically, we import minerals from other bodies of water, such as the Dead Sea in Israel, to emulate the experience that you might have in the Dead Sea. And then we import salts from the Pyrenees Mountains of France to emulate that bodies of water as well. And there are different healing benefits to both of those pools, in addition to a regular standard pool and a really nice whirlpool area. So really the nice thing about our spa is, besides having 100 treatments and seasonal treatments as well, is with every treatment or service that you book with us, you get a whole day-long experience at those pools, which people really love.
Now, not to take away from the experience of staying there, but for anybody who's listening locally, I know Valentine's Day is coming up. That's like a prime kind of a gift, right?
Oh, yeah. And really the cool thing about Valentine's Day for us this year is we are offering a whole variety of chocolate decadent spa treatments. So if you want to buy your loved one a chocolate dipped pedicure or a chocolate couples massage, you definitely need to come over to the spa and take advantage of that. And the really cool thing is, if you buy a gift card of $350 or more, we reward you with bonuses. So say you bought a $450 gift card, or gift cards adding up to that, we'd actually give you a gift certificate for an overnight stay and a round of golf for two to come back and enjoy a little getaway for yourself. So everybody kind of wins there. You kind of get loving for yourself and loving for your loved ones as well.
That's a heck of a lot of value right there.
Right. It's probably dark chocolate
cool,
too,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
it's the dark chocolate because that's real healthy for you, right? I don't know. But now, how about even outside? I know, obviously this is an older property, both inside and outside. You guys hosted the Ryder Cup, 50 or more years ago, I believe it was?
Yes, actually. The 1983 Ryder Cup was hosted on the
Okay, so maybe I exaggerate, a little less than 50 years. But it was a long time ago. And maintaining a golf course, especially, I mean, as well as a hotel, it takes a real lot of work. So you have how many golf courses? Is it 5?
We actually have 4 golf courses on property, and then we also have the estate course, which we manage at Bay Hill Estates, which is west of the property. So anybody that was a resort guest would be able to take advantage of 5 different golf courses during their stay.
But like I said, these golf courses are older golf courses, and you know, they didn't build them the way they build them today. I mean, obviously the beauty of the golf courses was great, but the technology, the drainage, the types of grasses. So you've done quite a bit of work outside on the golf courses as well, correct?
Yes, that's definitely true. Dan, we actually just redid the Champion course by replacing the grass with Celebration Bermuda. And we expanded the 14th hole as well for better viewing during the Honda Classic. So we're looking forward to an even better Honda Classic viewing experience this year. And also we redid our Hague course, and it's now named the Fazio course, all within this last few years.
Now, rumor has it that if they see you out there driving a cart, they need to beware.
Oh, yeah, probably. I used to get lost on the golf course, or yesterday I actually got stranded on the golf course.
And Karen, which course do you hold a course record on? That's what we really want to know.
Oh, yeah. I am not much of a golfer myself. I'm a spa gal.
Yeah, she's great in the spa.
Yeah, the spa is
excellent. And she knows everything about the spa. Golf, not so much.
It's okay. No, and it's, you know, the Honda Classic is pretty an amazing event, and the Bear Trap is a special place for sure. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. The Bear Trap is famous because they'll say, Jack Nicklaus has said it will all be won or lost at the Bear Trap. And basically what that means is it's the toughest stretch on the golf course, on our Champion golf course, and it's holes 15, 16, and 17. And that's where the most challenge comes in. So basically how you do on those 3 holes will pretty much determine your game.
And it's a pretty big party in the Bear Trap too, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. They always have like a big party on the Bear Trap.
Yeah, for the fans, it's a blast there.
It is, and it's a blast if you ever get a chance to play it as well, because you know, I mean, these are not only the 4 toughest holes on the Champ, but many people consider them the 4 toughest consecutive holes on the tour. So it's quite a challenge, and like I say, I can attest to it. And the good thing about it is when you're out there and you're just an amateur, the expectations are so low. So if you do pretty good, you feel very, very good about yourself. So it builds you up. Well, now that we've enticed everybody with how wonderful this property is and how everybody can go and stay and play where the pros do, why don't you give us a little bit of information on how they can find out a little bit more about the